Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPLElmer. We're going to go through my Matchday 11 team selection, which is the semi-final of the first leg. I'm going to be activating my wildcard as well, and I'm going to explain why I'm going to be doing that in a moment. But for now, before we get into my Matchday 11 team selection, if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe, and also if you're enjoying the video, make sure you leave a like. It really helps out the channel. Without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So first I'm going to start off with my match day 10 points. How many points I managed to score? So I scored 65 points on a match day 10. This was the team that achieved that. We had Vinicius Junior and Harry Kane both picking up 2 points. Mbappe, who was the captain, scored a brace against Barcelona, so 18 points from him. Bellingham, Foden, and Saka picking up 3, 2, and 3 respectively. Kimmich scoring the winner for Bayern Munich against Arsenal, 11 points with the man of the match and the goal, of course. Then we had Madsen, 8 points, who also scored an amazing goal. And Ruben Diaz, 4 points. Eric Dyer keeping a clean sheet, 7 points. Lunin getting 13 saves, or was it 11 saves, sorry, 5 points for him. Then on the bench we had Oblak, Kunde, Witzel, and Molina, all with a poor point. That's why they were substituted off for some other players. So that was match the 10, 65 points. I think I managed to get a green arrow as well. But yeah, so now we can move to match the 11. But the reason I'm going to be using the wild card, because as you can see from my team, many of the players that I had already been eliminated. The likes of Foden, Saka, Diaz, Oblak, Kunde, Witzel, and Molina. I think that's around 8 or 9 players. I think now it's the ideal time to use the wild card, and of course, the Uefa Fantasy is almost coming to an end. Only 4 teams are left at the moment, so I think it's the ideal time to use the wild card so that you can be able to go for the 4 teams in a full force or full swing. So now let's look at what my wildcard team is going to be looking like. So this is how my wildcard team is going to be looking like. We're going to be having Looney in there against Bayern Munich. He was really good against Man City, making a lot of saves, and also, of course, was very good penalties. Managed to save 2 penalties. But just a note: the Courtois has been added in the teams in the squad list for the semi-final. So we might see his return very soon. It will be interesting to see whether Lunin will keep his place or Courtois will enter there. I think that's a good goalkeeping dilemma for Ancelotti. But for now, I'd expect Lunin to start as Courtois is being eased back in. Then we have Donnarumma as well in there. I know I could have gone for Kobel, but I've gone for Donnarumma because I think PSG are going to be the fan favorites for this fixture. But if I've learned anything from Atletico Madrid versus Dortmund, is to never underestimate Dortmund. But I think I'm just going for PSG, so I'm going to go for Donnarumma in there. Then we have Martin against PSG. He's very attacking. He scored against Atletico Madrid a wonderful goal. I'm going to be going for him. But there's slight concern concerning his injury. They're going to be playing on Wednesday, I think. So we're not going to be able to have the the match, I mean the team news before the deadline. But for now, he's going to be in the team, and I hope that he's going to start. Then you have Hakimi and McKinney both from PSG. So I've gone heavy PSG in defense. I just think PSG are going to go through, and I think they're the better team. Hakimi, of course, offers that attacking outlet, so he's prone to goals and assists. And Marquinhos, very good defensively, makes a lot of tackles and ball recoveries, and he's a goal threat when it comes to set pieces. I'm going to be going with him in there. And then you have Lucas Vasquez in there. He had a very good game. In I think it was the El Clasico, he had a very good game, filling it up at right back. So he's we have a decent option to have in there, and Carvajal is suspended as well. So I think it's only right to go for Lucas Vasquez, but also Rudiger is a very good option. And if you want the if differential, you could go for Nacho Fernandez. But for now, I'm leaning towards Lucas Vasquez, and I hope it's going to have a good game, the same as the one he had in El Clasico. Then finishing off the defense is going to be Eric Dyer. He looks really good against Arsenal, and they've been playing a lot of matches in the league as well. So I think he's going to be nailed on to start against Real Madrid. Although I'm not sure about the clean sheet, but it's always good to just have a balance of the four remaining teams in the competition. And so the Bayern option is going to be Eric Dyer for me, and that's how it's going to be. That's how the defenders and the goalkeepers are going to be looking like. But note this is not the final team. It might change before the deadline, but for now this is how it is. And now let's look at the midfielders. So this is how the midfield is going to be looking like. We're going to be having Bellingham and Valverde in there against Bayern Munich. Bellingham is just you never know. He might score some goals. When he doesn't score, he just looks good on the pitch. But he's always scoring goals, getting assists. He's always trying to get an attacking return, and that's why I've gone for him. Then you have Valverde, who also looked very good against Man City. So I've gone for him as well. Of course, he did score in the first leg, but he's also good for ball recoveries, and that's why he's in there. Before we continue the rest of the midfield, I usually post reels on Instagram, shorts on here on YouTube, and also post TikToks on TikTok. So okay, go check me out. Links are down in the description, and of course, if you're watching the video, there are going to be little annotations on the right top of the screen, so make sure you click them so that you can go and watch some of the short videos I usually make. So now back to the midfield. We have Vitinha in there against Dortmund. It was a toss-up between Vitinha and Zaire Emery, but Zaire Emery, I think, is not attacking returns anymore. It's been a while since he had an attacking return in the Champions League, and Vitinha has been in form at the moment, so I'm just leaning towards Vitinha, and I'm going to have him in there and hope that he's going to start. And then we have Brandt against PSG. He looks really good against Atletico Madrid. He, of course, he scored a goal or maybe got an assist. I'm not so sure, but I've gone for him in there against PSG and hope that he's going to be able to perform. The other alternative is Sabitzer. It's a little bit cheaper, but I don't think budget is a real matter for me at the moment. But if you have on a tight budget, I'd also recommend Sabitzer, who's looked amazing as well. He scored in, I think, two of their last home fixtures in the Champions League. Is also a viable option. And then finishing off the midfield, you're going to be having Kimmich against Real Madrid. He performed really well against Arsenal. He scored the winning goal, of course, picked up the man of the match, and he just looked really good the whole match. He was controlling the tempo, getting a lot of ball recoveries, so I'm going to be going for him as well in that midfield position. That's a strong midfield. Now let's look at the forward line. So this is how the team is going to be looking like in terms of the forwards. We're going to be having Harry Kane in there against Real Madrid. I think we all know how Kane is capable of scoring against any team. In the Bundesliga, he has had an astonishing record. He's either gotten a goal or an assist in each of the fixtures this season against each and every team. So you just know Kane is just that guy, and he's the bagsman for Bayern Munich at the moment. Even if he doesn't score, you can just see from his hold up play. Of course, that is not relevant to UEFA fantasy, but going for him because of his goal threat and his assist threat as well. So Kane is going to be in there. Then you have Vinicius Jr. against Bayern. At least this time he's not going to be facing the pace of Kyle Walker. He's going to be the likes of Eric Dyer and the late and those kind of guys. And Alfonso Davis is suspended as well. So yeah, that's something else to. I don't know if Davis is suspended or not, but he was suspended for the second leg of Arsenal, so he might be back for this one. But he's not going to be playing on the Vinicius Junior side, and I think Vinicius Junior is going to have a field day against those Bayern Munich slow defenders, so I'm going to be going for him in there. Then finishing off the team is going to be Mbappe. Mr. Inevitable, he can score at any time. His passing behind is so lethal, and that's why I've gone for him in there as well. And I was going to be able to score the same way he did against Barcelona as they look to win their, I think, as he looks to win his first Champions League. He's going to be the main man for PSG, and that's why I've gone for him in there. So that's the team for the wild card. Of course, you know the drill. Put your Tuesday, prioritize your Tuesday players first, and then to captain a Tuesday player. Then you can be able to change that in Wednesday. You can change your captain if your Tuesday captain does not perform, and of course you can bench the Tuesday players for Wednesday players who do not perform as well. That's the team for Matchday 11. The wildcard is going to be active. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be using a wildcard, and of course if you have any questions, my DMs on Instagram are usually free. And don't forget to check my other socials, link are down in the description. And with that, if you managed to reach this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.